Y'all watching Rebel Life Boxing. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel for the dopest, bangingest content out there. Y'all know what it is. Ennis will be facing Cody Crowley next. Cody Crowley and Jaron Ennis, they initially went to the tables with negotiation, but apparently Cody Crowley and his team, they kind of violated terms, and that led to absolutely nothing materializing. But the IBF, they're pretty much saying, look, y'all going back to the table for on March 19th. They have another purse bid date. So I guess they're gonna line everything up, get all of the numbers in order, whatever these people do behind the scenes, so these two could fight. Now, I'm not sure where Mario Barrios came in the mix at and why that didn't take place, but Cody Crowley is supposed to be up next for Jaron Ennis. And, how I feel about it, first things first, everybody was saying that Terrence Crawford was ducking. That was the narrative. A lot of the Spence fans were saying that. They were saying that for various reasons, because they salty that they boy got knocked out by Bud. And secondly, they're always sticking that to Bud. They always was sticking that label on Terrence Crawford. They were doing that when it came to Errol Spence. When it came to that fight, before that fight happened, they were saying that Bud was being difficult on purpose because he didn't want to fight Errol Spence, which clearly wasn't the case. And now they're saying the same thing about Jaron Ennis, that Bud don't want to smoke with Boots, which is clearly not true. He was tied up already with, they actually were negotiating, but they were tied up. Obviously Bud was tied up with the Errol Spence rematch thing and all this other stuff. So how was he supposed to fight Boots if he was tied up with the negotiations, with the rematch with Errol Spence? That made no sense to me. But maybe I'll make another video talking about that at another time, get into that a little bit more. But the Cody Crowley fight, obviously Cody Crowley's not really a puncher. To be honest with you, man, this fight might be a little bit more difficult for Boots than the Mario Barrios fight. I think the Barrios fight would have been much easier for Boots, because Barrios is tailor-made for him. That's right up Boots' alley. Barrios, he got a little bit better movement than that Royman Villa dude, but Barrios is there to get hit. So Cody Crowley is more of a boxer. And we saw what happened with Boots and that Karen Chukasan guy. Boots was having issues cutting off the ring, stuff like that. Maybe he needs a Cody Crowley. Remember I was telling y'all, I think he needs to fight another type of mover. So we can see how he does again against somebody like a Cody Crowley type fighter or like a Karen type fighter. Now, this is gonna be defining. This will show us that has Bozy and that camp worked on Boots' move when it comes to cutting off the ring against them kind of style fighters. Because I told y'all, them kind of fighters, man, they give anybody fits, bro. Well, it give people fits that's not really, that haven't really dealt with those kind of fighters. You know what I mean? Now, now that should tell you the level of skill that Terrence Crawford has, man. Because if you put Terrence Crawford in the ring with Karen Chukasan, he would have stopped him. I would give that fight maybe 5 rounds. Maybe I give him, to be generous, I give that fight 6 rounds. But he would have stopped Karen Chukasan, bro. And same thing with Cody Crowley. Boots should stop him if he can get to him. If Cody Crowley don't present much issues with his footwork and all of that movement and stuff, he should be able to stop Cody Crowley too. But it was without a doubt, Terrence Crawford definitely would stop. He'll stop Cody Crowley too. Listen, man. I know Bud is my guy, But even if Bud wasn't my guy, and I seen how he get down in the ring, I'm still not betting against Terrence Crawford, bro. I mean, none of the welterweights fucking with him, man. I don't. Boots is probably the closest I can fuck with Terrence Crawford, but anybody else outside of Boots, it right now, currently, ain't no other welterweight fucking with Bud, bro. You know what I mean? And that should tell you the level of, where Terrence Crawford is, as far as skill wise. Boots is a very skilled fighter, but I just think Terrence Crawford is a notch or two up from Boots. That doesn't mean Boots is not a skilled fighter, because Boots, I really enjoy watching Boots, man. I mean, phenomenal fighter. But like I said, Boots, to me, that's my opinion, he's the only one that could fuck with Terrence Crawford. None of the rest of the welterweights fucking with him. So that should tell you how skillful I think Jaron Ennis is. It's just the fact that the cutting off the ring thing, these movers, like these extreme mover boxers, they're going to give a lot of people fits, if not everybody. But you got to be skillful enough to know how to cut that ring off against them type of dudes. I seen Bud fight all type of styles of fighters and shit. If you're not used to fighting those kind of dudes, I mean, that's going to happen eventually. If you don't get a diet of those kind of fighters, yeah, that's natural. But if you get a dude that's in front of you all the time, man, that's easy work for most people on Boots level and shit like that, But this should be a good fight, nonetheless, because it's getting to show us where Boots have improved on when it comes to this kind of fight. We need to see that. We definitely need to see that, because Boots is going to face fighters. There's going to be other fighters just like Karen Chukasan. He going to face those other. Eventually, he going to run into these type of dudes again. So he got to know how to handle them. So I think Cody Crowley is a perfect fight. I don't think Cody Crowley moves around as good as Karen Chukasan does, but I mean, he's a very good boxer though. He can move. But I think Boots still stops him too. He stops him devastating fashion, maybe a body shot or something later on, like maybe round 6. I get at 6-7 rounds. It's not going to 12. So anyway, this fight is going to purse bid March 19th. So maybe we'll be getting a fight from Boots. Maybe we'll see him back in the ring maybe like April or May. I'll say April, but we'll see. But anyway, I'm tired. I'm going to hit the Rebel pillow, count some Rebel sheep, and go to sleep. It's your boy, Rebel Life Boxing. Love y'all. I'll talk to y'all in the next one.